Welcome back for your Thursday, August 13th report. It is finally here, the full six-pack of preseason football. But before we discuss the six-pack of preseason football, I'm going to pull the camera in to the whiteboard. My man Mike is over to the side, my trusted assistant. Mike, 2 days ago, how did the home teams do in MLB?
15-0.
15 guys, winners, and a $100 parlay. How much did that pay, buddy?
A little under $650,000.
I think it was 610,000. Now, do you want to make money trying to parlay your way into millionaire-dom, or do you want to actually bet like a professional sports bettor? Did you have that parlay, Mike? He wouldn't even be here if he had that parlay. You said some guy in Britain hit it?
Guy in Britain hit it, yes.
Now, do you really think he's up on this strategy, or do you think the guy was probably playing them every day since 1912? Because the last time it happened was 1912. What do you think?
Playing him every day all summer.
If you're a street bettor and you're a trend bettor and you're trying to make money, it ain't going to happen. Now, let's talk about key numbers. Mike, what are the key numbers in football?
3, 7, and 10.
On the spreads. We'll get into the totals on another video. Tonight, there are 6 games. How many games are in what we call a middle situation? I'll make it simple. All of them. All of them are around the 3 number. We got. Give me the spreads here. What's the line on the Baltimore Raven game now?
2.
The updated line.
2.
It went down. It's 2. What's the line on the Detroit game?
4.5.
It's gone up. 4.5. It opened at 3. What's the line on the Patriots game?
2.
2. Went down. Shocker there. What's the line on the Cleveland game?
1.
Went down. It was 3. And what's the line on this San Diego game?
4.5. Went up.
Went up. All of these games opened at around 3, which means if you got in early, whether it was the dog or the favorite, you could middle the game. That's what some of the sharpest players in the world do. They middle these games. Now, Mike is the one on the front line talking to guys week in and week out, and obviously the volume of calls increase this time of year when it comes to betting. Now, you've talked to guys. What is some of the rationale for not wanting to play preseason that you hear from some of these guys? Speak up, because I don't know how good the microphone is.
Well, they deciphered that it's not a real game. It's the backup. It's the guys that will never get any type of playing time during the regular season, so they don't feel there's any value.
Games. Right. But you know, and I know that certain teams want to play, certain teams don't want to play. So the bottom line is, if you know which teams want to play and you know which teams don't want to play, you can take advantage of this. When do you have an advantage where both teams aren't bringing their A game? And that's what happens this time of year. This time of year, both teams are not bringing their A game. So I implore you, if you're watching this video and you're looking to make money, treat preseason with a lot of respect. You only have 4 weeks to take advantage of preseason football. You've only had 1 game that passed by you. Now, as everybody knows, I wear my purple pain shoes when it's this time of year for the Ravens. Tonight is game 1 of the Ravens at home as the Saints come marching in. The question is, will the Ravens continue their destroying the books against the spread, because they are one of the best teams against the spread in preseason football. They have a wicked way of winning in preseason. They have a theory of wanting to win in preseason going into the regular season, where some teams, like the Steelers the other night, just don't care and find a way to lose. So, am I a homer? Yes. Does that mean I'll not wager against him? Absolutely not. Many times I've gone to a game, been in the stadium, and bet against the team that I'm there to watch, because you have to bet with your head, not your heart. So, what I will say to you is today there's 6 games. The dogs usually have an implicit edge if they're out of whack. This is probably one of the hardest cards because every game is near the number. You got all these games right around near the number, and it's basically parity. There's not much movement other than the New England game because of Brady Gate, and basically Cowboys getting no respect with San Diego inflating off the opening number of 1. The other big move was the Bears. They opened up at Pick'em. Now the line is all the way up to 2.5, 3 in some places, as the Miami Dolphins are getting no respect. But, Mike, how have we been doing? What are we up, like 49 units in the MLB?
49 units in the last 14 days.
49 units in the last 14 days. You were just talking to this Asian gentleman, I believe, in South Carolina, and he wanted documented proof. What was his first name? I won't give his last name.
Mr. Wong.
Mr. Wong. Mr. Wong, if you're watching this video and you have the bankroll that you claim, as well as the other gentleman, what was the other gentleman in Beverly Hills you were talking to?
Mr. Hackerman.
Mr. Hackerman. All these clients that you were talking to, here's the bottom line. You can't do anything about the past. You can only dictate what's going to happen in the future. And I will tell you, as well as any player watching this video, money management is the key. Money management is the difference. I am featured and documented on national television. I am on the radio on 920 Fox Sports each and every week, documented and archived at sportsbookradio.com with Brian Blessing. You walk into the casinos to get your sports schedule, you will find me in the Don Best Nevada rotation. And the bottom line is, people that look to make their largest wagers in the world, they pay me and make money. Not because of what I know, because of who I know. And when you're betting on football and you're betting on basketball, in the end, guys, what you're betting on is a line. Too many people get obsessed with streaks. Too many people get obsessed with a handicapper's overall record. But what you'll notice on all these sites where people are documented, the record does not indicate the money management, the value that each game had. I've talked to many a player that's told me they were with a service that was 8-2 their last 10, but they dumped all of their profits on the last 2 losses as opposed to making money with this fabulous record that you see on the homepage of their website. So if you're really in it to win it, and you're really interested in treating your betting as a business, be more obsessed with the money management of these games, treating them like stocks, investments, as opposed to just games that you're watching on TV. Listen to me each and every week on 920 The Game, and as it says in this book, stop guessing, start winning. Give us a call. We'll be glad to make you an absolute fortune this football season. Let the football games begin. And as I always say, NFL stands for not for losers. And in order to be a winner, you still must not worry about what shape the ball is. There is plenty of MLB left this upcoming football season. Happy Thursday.